Happy Sunday. This foam tastes like avena. Hi, Janet. How are you? Happy Sunday, Janet. I know, you're the first one. That's what I like to see. Hi, Blanca. Blanca, I actually just texted Vanessa and I was like, hey, is the house still available? And she said, yes, the house is still available, Blanca. Hi, Katrina. Look at hot. Yes, Blanca. That's been on my mind. Hi. C. Escobar said, hi, Alexis. I'm from Connecticut. Hey. Blanca, I've been like, I literally just texted her. How, for everybody who just started school within the last 2 weeks, how is everything? Oh my gosh, who is this? Block. Did you guys not see these nails? I'm actually getting them done again tomorrow. Some Facebook user thing. Did you guys not see these? Ah, yes. These are my latest babies. The gem came out over here already, but it's been I'm getting them. I get them done again this week. My babies. Nobody really understands. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, because it takes a long time and it costs a good amount of money. But I love it. How's everybody's week been? What's happening? Anything new? Like, talk to me, guys. Talk to me. I'm drinking like a pumpkin spice coffee. I got a pumpkin spice creamer from Whole Foods, and it's actually pretty good. The foam tastes like avena. Right? You like it? The pinch of nutmeg, yeah, and cinnamon. Pumpkin spice season. So, last weekend I was in Puerto Rico. We were there from Thursday to Monday, and it was so good. We hung out with some friends, and I went horseback riding, I went hiking, and I am so out of shape. Hi, Karen. So out of shape. But I had some really, really good food. My friend cooked for us. We went to Los Kioscos, I think that's what they call, like El Kioscos, something like that. And it's like right outside of San Juan. And we got that's where we ate like the bacalaitos and what else did we have? The empanadas were really good. We had a really, really, really good time. No, we did not go to the Bad Bunny concert, but because of the Bad Bunny concert, my flight tickets were like ridiculous. No lie, they were like I think they were like 850 for me and Vic. I've never paid that much to go to Puerto Rico. We actually had an event there too with EXP, which is my brokerage. And so we stopped there. It was pretty cool. All right. What is happening in our market? Let's talk about Florida market. So when I say my market, our market, I'm talking about Florida. Every market is different. Every even inside of Florida, you have different markets, right? Sergio said just showed up. What I missed? How's the market switch gears now? Glad you enjoyed your trip. Yes, Karen, I definitely enjoyed my trip. So that's what I was actually getting into now, Sergio, where we are like in a buyer's market where the houses are staying on the, when you're trying to sell, the houses are staying on the market longer, right? So you have, as a buyer, more incentive. You have where, you know, you can have those closing cost incentives, and there's a lot more room for negotiations. So let me tell you, as a seller, right, that's what you have to keep in mind, because long story short, we put in an offer for one of our clients. They were looking to buy in Beverly Hills. And this house, right, is technically a resale home. It was built in 2024. And the current owners never moved in, right? So they closed on the house in December 31st, 2024. They closed at $456,000, right? They put the house on the market the next month in January, guys. You're not going to believe what they put it on the market for. Anybody can guess. Anybody put a number in it. If obviously it's crazy. If we're talking about it, can anyone guess what these people put their house on the market 1 month later from buying this house? Come on. 565. Who else? Melanie said 500,000.
5,300.
Karen said 525. C. Escobar said 550. Harold said 650. So these people put the house on the market. Let me get you the exact number. So they bought it for $456,900. They went and put it on the market less than 30 days after they bought it for $539,900, guys. So almost $100,000 in 1 month. Come on. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. That's crazy. Exactly, Erica. So let me tell you the pricing history though, right? So mind you, this house has been on the market since January 2025. Let me tell you guys. Okay. So it went on the market $539,900. Then in February they reduced it to $527,500. Oh my gosh, that's such a big difference. Then in February they reduced it to $519,900. Then in March they reduced it to $499,900. Then where are we? The listing was removed, went back in May at $499,900. In June, they reduced it $900, $499. July, $474,900. A week later, I don't know why, but they increased it to $489,900. Now it's at $460. $460. Like, I'm sorry. Okay. So what we did was we offered $460,000, but we also requested some seller concessions, right? Why? The seller was like, absolutely not. I already reduced my price to $460. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you should have been on the market for around that price, maybe a little bit less. So because you decided to go on the market almost $100,000 more expensive, right? And then now we're offering what we think that the house is worth, and you don't want to give any seller concessions. So we could not come to an agreement, right? So then my buyers were like, we're not, we're not moving forward. And I completely agree. And I told the listing agent, I said, listen, you were way overpriced, okay? So the fact that your sellers do not want to add any seller concessions, we're moving away. We're please rescind our offer, and that's it. A couple of days later, she's like, oh well, my seller is now considering giving seller concessions. I'm like, well, it's too late now. It's too late, because we already got another property which is bigger. We got seller concessions, and we're gonna close. We got and it's brand new. It's brand new. So it's kind of like what the sellers are not gonna understand now is that they were willing. They let buyers walk away for a certain amount of money, and now holding that house is gonna cost them even more. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So I really, really recommend you have to price your house right. You have to. And even when you price your house right, it still can take some time to sell the house, right? Because there's so much inventory right now, right? And it's not COVID years. It's not. It's not. So it takes time. It takes time. Yes, guys. And yes, greed will always make you fail. Absolutely. Now, let me tell you another story. So I have a listing in Haines City, right? And it's in a community that is still being built. Okay, guys? Now, the house is only a couple of years old. And they put solar panels on the house. Okay? So I advised them. I said, listen, they were really adamant, really adamant about them not paying the solar panel loan off, right? And I'm like, guys, no one in this market is going to assume a solar panel loan. It's just not going to happen, right? And they were insisting. They were insisting, guys. They were like, "Oh, well, I'm going to lose a lot of money." We got a really good offer. Really good offer. And when we were going over, the buyer's agent and myself, she had questions about the solar panel loan and all this other stuff. Yo, this solar panel loan, guys, it was horrible, guys. The agreement, the terms and the condition of this solar panel loan is ridiculous, because even after you are done completely paying off the lease of the loan, you still have an extra 5 years, because there's still a balance, right? And there's no, how can we make that look good? Please tell me. And they were, the seller is very, I'm not paying the solar panel loan off. I'm not paying the solar panel loan off. And I was trying my hardest, and I'm like, listen, this is the really good offer. And she did not listen. The buyers walked. A couple of weeks later, oh, I think I'm just gonna pay the solar panels off. And after that, we have not received any offer. Sometimes that one offer is probably, especially in the market that we're getting, sometimes is gonna be the best offer, right? And guys, it was a really decent offer. It really was. And then now it's like, oh, well, what are you doing? Right now it's kind of like, well, what are you doing to sell my house? Really? You're competing, guys. This is what happens when you are resale, like you're selling a newer home in a community that's still being built, right? Because you are competing against the big builder. Okay. And the big builder has the money to incentivize the buyers to buy with them, whether it be lower interest rates, whether it be closing cost incentives, right? A lot of these builders are paying all of the closing costs and they're lowering the interest rate. So, guys, now that is greed. That is greed. And sometimes, yes, where you're me as the real estate agent, I'm advising my clients, right? But sometimes they just don't listen. Now, what I would tell you is that I will no longer, I won't, I shouldn't have taken the listing, right? Because now it's a headache, right? It takes up mental space, right? And then you put all of this work into it, hard work, money, marketing, everything for them to my listing agreement is going to expire at the end of the month, and I'm pretty sure that they're not gonna extend with me. So my lesson for 2025 is not taking overpriced listings, or if the solar panel loan is not being paid at closing, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. There was a listing in Ocala, guys. Let me tell you. Let me drink my pumpkin latte. Hold on. Hold on. Marilyn said, I walked into a Lennar community with my boyfriend. The consultant asked, are there either of you a realtor? And jokingly, I said, yes, he is. He said, oh, really? Well, you won't be eligible for the Lennar incentives. And then people wonder why I do not showcase Lennar on my channel. It's shady things like that is just crazy. So another agent called me, and she was like that her brother has a house in Ocala that he needs to sell because he wants to go back to Pennsylvania. Okay, no problem. So she goes on to tell me, how we're going to do things, right? She was like, okay, we're going to price it like this and this and this and that. And I'm like, I'm just listening. And I'm like, okay, right? Okay, you want to take over this conversation? That's completely fine. So I ran the comps, and I'm like, there's no freaking way. There's no way that this house is going to sell for $400,000. Mind you, in the area where this house is located, right? You have brand new homes, okay? Number two, you have a house. So his house was almost 2,900 square feet. Okay. One may think, oh my gosh, that's amazing, right? Guys, if you are in an area where you don't have those big square footage homes, right? That is not always a good thing, that you have kind of like the oddball out. Yes, it could still add some value, but if the home is in an area with way lower square footage and newer homes, it's going to be really hard. You have to price that house right? And I told them the price. I told them where I think that it can sell for, right? So they bought it in I want to say, I don't remember. I think it's 2023. Okay. We're in 2025. He bought it for $345,000. And they first went on the market because another agent had it. They went on the market for, like, no lie, guys. I'm not even kidding you guys. $450,000. I'm like, you got to make it make sense. You have to make it make sense. So when I gave him my number, I was like 360, 365, right? 370, you're pushing it. They were very adamant about $400,000. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I wish you guys the absolute best, but I'm going to go ahead and pass on this listing because it's just not going to be worth my time. It's just not going to be worth my time. All right, let me read the comments. You can't put lipstick on a pig. You can't put lipstick on a pig. I can't with you. Hi, Chris. Raymond said Lennar spelled backwards is Rano is a bar with hooks that stand over a fire to cook, so I'd run away. They're very mischievous. Like, um, I I don't like the way that they do business. I really, really, really don't. I don't like it at all. So, guys, let's talk about interest rates, okay? Hey, Jay. So let's talk about interest rates. Interest rates are dropping. So I'm super excited about that. So let me kind of give you some perspective, right? So FHA right now is sitting around 6%. Um, Conventional is sitting around 6.35%. And VA is sitting around a 6% as well. So what does that mean? That means is that you could definitely get a house, depending on, of course, depending on your credit, in the high fives, right? But of course, you still have the new construction communities, the builders, paying down interest rates, right? So I don't know if you guys remember, but I have a family who's moving from Texas to Ocala. Well, okay, Texas to Florida, specifically Ocala, and they're going with Pulte Homes, and Pulte Homes, some communities, not all communities, some communities are offering a lower interest rate for to be built. And if you guys been following me, you know that a lot of the times on a to be built, you don't have that special interest rate. So they're getting a 4.25 interest rate on a to be built. So they get to build the home of, of their dreams, right? So I love that for them. I love that for them. I love for that for them. Ocala has a brand new community inside Marion Oaks. It's called Glen Air. Okay, well, this community has been there, right? Deltona Corporation is the one who built in it, but now K Hovnanian is building in it. So I went with my clients, the Fume family. If you guys saw my post, they're from Jersey, and they fell in love with one of their floor plans. It's a brand new floor plan of K Hovnanian. Guys, it's a 3-bedroom plus an office, 2-bath, 2-car garage, almost 1,900 square feet. And the current price for that specific one is almost $275,000. Now, it's inside Marion Oaks, okay? So there's a community inside Marion Oaks, which is called Glen Air. That community, it has, I want to say it had a playground, it had tennis courts, and it had a pool. And it's public sewage, so public sewage and water, right? And the HOA is only $79 per month. Okay, so that's pretty freaking good, pretty good. So I'm super excited for them. I also met with another family. They're buying in Ocala as well. You guys know that I don't only cover Ocala, but a lot of people love, love, love Ocala. So I have a lot of clients who move and purchase in Ocala. They're so funny because they're coming up from Miami, right? And they have a condo that they just got on. Their condo is being sold in order to move to Ocala. So they told me, I do not want a 55 and over community. They were completely adamant about not having a 55 and over community. They bought in a 55 and over community. They went to Highland Homes Copperleaf, right? And the sales agent there was like, why don't you check out Falls of Ocala? So they went to Falls of Ocala, and although it's a 55 and over community, it's not a huge 55 and over community. So it's 2 phases. One phase is where it's older manufactured homes, but it's not like run down, right? Because sometimes you think of older like manufactured home, it's like, oh, is like, okay, it could be run down, but no, it's not. And then the second phase is where Highland Homes is building, and they're building, I think, about 87 homes, and their HOA is really low. It's like $200 a month, but that includes your maintenance of your grass and things like that. So it's so funny because sometimes my clients are like, hey, I absolutely do not want this, and they end up buying exactly what they said that they didn't want to buy. Okay. Raymond said, I like waterways right along the woods bordering 75. I like waterways too, Raymond. I like that it's, I feel like waterways is definitely more established. A lot of the new builders that build there are like Holiday Builders, Adam Homes. And then you have like your smaller private builders that still build there, right? But I do like waterways. Guys, we have 50 people today. Let me take a picture. I was just saying how important building a community is and how I absolutely love doing this with you guys every week. Like, I look forward to these weekly lives. Okay. Dan said interest rates down, so home prices go up. Been looking in Maitland and Castleberry, 500,000 for concrete cracker boxes. Okay, so yes, interest, once you start seeing interest rates go down, that's going to start bringing in a lot of buyers into the market, right? Because sometimes where the interest rates are, there's no one can qualify, or not no one, but a lot of buyers can't qualify, right? So what's going to happen is that the interest rates are slowly going down. There's going to be more buyers accessible. Now, what happens with that is that, okay, there's a lot more buyers, the interest rates are down, the prices of the houses are going to go up. You don't see where the prices of the house stay down and the interest rates are down. Okay, so when you really think about it, the interest rates go down, housing prices go up. Okay. But again, if you guys are looking for lower interest rates, new builds could be the way to go. I really do like the Maitland Castleberry area. $500,000, you're definitely gonna get, a resale home. But there's some homes there, and they are just absolutely beautiful in beautiful neighborhoods, renovated. So definitely, if you don't have a real estate agent and you're looking for someone, definitely reach out to us. We would love to help you. Hi, Cosette. Cosette is Ocala Floridian now. Marilyn said, my commute from Tampa to Ocala would be hell. I wished I worked remotely again. Oh yeah. You're talking about like an hour and a half. And that's probably with no traffic. Like, absolutely. So, funny story. Hold on, guys. We have 55 today. Okay. So, funny story. I was in Ocala yesterday, and so I don't live in Ocala, okay? I live in Davenport. On a Saturday, depending on where I'm going in Ocala, so Marion Oaks could take me about an hour and 15 minutes on a Saturday. Normally, it's an hour and a half, but I had to go a little bit deeper into Ocala, and it took me about an hour and 35 minutes, which is nothing, right? At the end of the day, that's a breeze for me. I'm used to it. But then I had to go from Ocala to Kissimmee. Oh, that was a whole, guys. I was like, I don't think I could do this because Katrina's sister had a baby shower, right? And where she lives in Kissimmee, like I-4 is not near. There's no like interstates near where she's at in Kissimmee. So it was almost going to be 2 hours. I told Vic, I said, babe, I said, we are not moving to Kissimmee, especially like the deep part of Kissimmee, because if it took me 2 hours to get to Ocala, that's like crazy. That is so crazy. So Marilyn, you live in Tampa. I mean, we love Tampa. We do love Tampa too. Guys, you want to hear something so funny? Do you remember when I told you guys? So, Katrina's a part of Evolve Estates Group as a real estate agent, right? So we have been incorporating Tampa houses and Wesley Chapel, right? Because we're trying to get clientele to buy there, right? So that Katrina could take care of them. Do you remember when we went to that Tampa area and like that one area where I was like, oh my gosh, I was kind of like scared for my life. Like I was like making sure that my door was locked type of thing, right? So I saw, no lie. And see, this is where I feel like I separate myself from a lot of people. So I saw an agent, a Tampa agent, put that very house on social media, right? Like a nice tour. And don't get me wrong, the house is completely nice, okay? The house is really, really nice. But literally, so if I'm standing in front of the house, which I did not get out of my car, so I wasn't standing in front of the house. But if I was standing in front of the house, the left is literally the railroad tracks, okay? Your neighbor is the railroad tracks, guys. Okay. So the way she positioned that drone, right, was like it's quick. Like it's quick. You see the railroad tracks, but it's super quick. And inside the house is nice. But guys, when I went that street, you had like people like this, no lie, like this. Like leaned over, and it looked like they were gonna fall, but they didn't fall. Like, yes. And I was like, how can oh my gosh, how can you advertise something like that if you drove the neighborhood? And I know there's a house for everybody and all that stuff, and I can't. Like, there was no way that I was putting that on my channel. Like, absolutely not. Because I know what I saw getting off I-4, right? Or no, it wasn't I-4, it was 75, yeah. Yo, and then you have a lot of people like, oh my gosh, interested, tell me more information. And I was like, Vic was like, why don't you comment? I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But no, guys, I was scared a little bit, really. Hi, Maribel. Yes. Temple Terrace, I can't even tell you. I don't even know the address. I was like, I just want to get out of here type of thing. Dan, it was not the Bright Line. The Bright Line actually, so the Bright Line doesn't stop in Tampa, but it starts in Orlando, and it's a really good ride. I really like it. So I'll be in Miami next week speaking at EXPCon. I told you guys, and we were thinking about going via the Bright Line because it's just, you have internet, it's a vibe and things like that, but I'm not sure yet. Harold said, hi, Alexis and Victor. This is Harold and Elizabeth. We haven't forgot about you guys. God bless you guys. We have not forgot about you guys either. Yes, Marilyn. Yes, Ebor. Yes, and her yes, it is Ebor, because the cover said something like new home in Ebor or anything like that. I was like, no. I couldn't, like, it wouldn't feel good. Yes, Marilyn, it is Ebor. Okay. Raymond said, I would like a train in back of my house. My family in Boston has a subway run in back of their house, and it's really cool. That's all cool, Raymond. I promise you that's all cool, right? Like, I personally, I don't think that I grew up in New York, right? And I lived in the Bronx, Jerome Avenue, where my building was. You could hear the train. You could constantly hear the train, right? Cool. But like, I don't know that I'm going to pay over $500,000 for a house, right? And I got the train tracks as my neighbor, right? Not only that, it's the neighborhood. It's the neighborhood that is just, I cannot get over it. Like, I would not feel safe. I wouldn't. Cynthia said, hi from Fort Lauderdale. Hey, Cynthia. What area do you like better between Lake Alfred and Haines City? Wow. So it's going to depend. I like both areas, but it's also going to depend. Now, I got to check out, and I haven't went yet, but I am going to do it. And I'm going to do like a little social media reel. There's a new place off of 27 in like the Haines City area. It's called Port 27. And in this, it's like it's kind of like a food hall type of thing. It's a vibe. You have like wine tasting, but you also just have like some like quick service to eat and things like that. So I want to take a look. But Haines City I think is going to be the next Davenport. You guys know that I've been saying this for so long, okay? I think it's going to be the next Davenport. when I moved to Davenport, this side of Davenport, because Davenport is pretty freaking big, okay? You have kind of like the side that's closer to Clermont. A lot of those whole homes are like in non-HOA, they're older, short-term rental is allowed, things like that, right? But on the opposite side of I-4, you have what I say is the newer Davenport, right? And when I moved here 5 years ago, no lie, I was telling Vic, I was like, where are we, right? Like, this is just, we're in the boonies right now. And I'm so glad that we bought when we bought, and so much stuff is happening. So I live on the border between Davenport and Haines City, okay? Haines City, they're getting a new super Target. They're getting like more restaurants, hotels, things like that. So it's definitely more up and coming. They're getting, like, of course, like your Starbucks and all that. You have your Walmarts and things like that. But it's also going to depend on where you work, right? So if you work from home, you're good, right? Because you could get deep into Haines City, and then you're further and further away from like I-4. So it's going to take you longer to get to work depending on where you work. Lake Alfred. So the Lake Alfred from Davenport, Haines City on I-4, it's about 15 minutes the next exit, and that's Lake Alfred. I like Lake Alfred too. I've had clients move into a new community where the community is only like 6 minutes away from I-4, but Lake Alfred is up and coming. I don't feel like it's as, established, and even Haines City is not as established, but I don't feel like it's as established as Haines City is. But again, it's also going to depending on where in Haines City. So I like both areas. And it's also going to depend on your price point, the builder, the floor plan, what you're looking for. Guys, I didn't tell you this story because it actually just happened to me maybe like a week and a half ago. I'm reading your messages. I'll answer your questions now. But so let me tell you something. So I had these clients from California, and they're investors, right? And I helped them buy a townhome in Ocala. Okay. Now, the townhome was really like inexpensive. It was about like $230, $240. Okay. We helped them get it rented out and things like that, right? So I get a phone call one day, and it's the wife of the thing, right? There's the wife. And she's like, Alexis, she said, I want to buy another property. Where do you think we should buy? Right. And I was like, I did a whole email for her as far as, the up and coming areas where, within their price point and all of that. I said Haines City. I gave them literally a breakdown of all the communities, HOA, if there was a CDD, what it was, what it covered, all of this stuff. So she tells me, the agents in California, right? They give some of their commission up to their buyers. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, but I don't give my commission up to my clients, right? I said, that's like you working, right? Let's just say you working your 40, 80 hours, and your boss comes up to you and it's like, I'm gonna take 50% of your pay. How would you feel? Are you gonna be okay with that? I highly freaking doubt it. I highly doubt it. So I kept it real. I don't give my commission, right? I have a family to feed, and I work really hard. So fast forward, they reach out to me because absolutely not. Thank you, Janet. So they reach out to me because the tenants are not going to do their lease, right? Renew their lease. And she was like, I need you to do this, this, and that. I want you to do a first walkthrough while the tenants are there, and then after, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, hold on. Because this is why I'm not a property manager. I'll put a tenant in place. I'll do everything on the front end, but after that, that's on you. Like this, I'm not a property manager. I don't deal with renters. So, but then when we were on the phone, she's like, oh my gosh. She said, my husband surprised me with a house in Haines City. Really? I was like, oh, where in Haines City? And then they told me the community. Really? So you bought in Haines City, the community I told you about, because that's going to be it's up and coming, right? No CDD, lower HOA, really good neighborhood, blah 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 blah. Okay. So I'm the type of person that I gotta just let it sink in, right? Like my words, because I'd rather not say anything, because again, I need to keep it professional. I still have a business, right, to maintain and things like that. So we got off the phone, right? So I sent her a really nice email, and it was nice. And it was just like, I feel some, basically, I didn't say this, but this is kind of how my message was. Like, I feel some type of way. Like, you guys bought in the community that I told you to buy in, right? Like I'm just not, I'm not getting it. I thought that if and when it was the time, you would have reached out to me, right? And so the husband replied a couple of days later, and was basically like, kind of like, oh, if we all blamed someone else and all this other stuff, some like really narcissist things. And he had the nerves to say along the lines of, oh well, DR, where he bought in Ocala, the price is lower right now, but real estate is up and down, but it's still the number one investment that you can make, right? So while the numbers are down right now, that doesn't mean that it's going to stay like that, because the area is up and coming. But I didn't reply to him. So he was basically saying, is like, well, he said, well, you said that you weren't offering any commission to us. So I went to the community, and I didn't use an agent. I was like, wow. And I just said, when I ended it, I replied back, and I was like, I wish you guys the best, but I'm good. Like, so because I wasn't giving you any of my commission, you still went and you bought where I told you to buy. But then you're questioning where I told you to buy in Ocala. Like, you're saying, you're bringing that up, but yet you went ahead and you bought somewhere that I told you to buy, right? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. And so, yeah, it's not worth your time. It's not worth your time. Like, do not ask me for my commission. It's a no. It's a no. Now, have there been times where I had to contribute some? I didn't have to, but I contributed my commission to someone who really, really needed, who was like counting pennies type of thing? Absolutely. But there's a big difference when somebody feels entitled. Like, well, these agents do it, so and they got money. So it's not even like, they're struggling or anything. That's what bothers me the most, is that these people got money. So, but you in my pockets, and you trying to take away from me and mine? That's crazy. That is absolutely bananas. And no, I got 6 kids to feed, and I do a really good job in what I do. Like, no. All right, let me read some of these. Oh, sorry. My heart is beating fast because I forgot to tell you guys this. You guys know that I always tell you these stories. And I was just mind blown. Even I think Katrina was Katrina was listening into the conversation when they asked me about like my commission. And she was like, what? No. Kelly said, hi Alexis, I just got home. It's been a week. I fractured my hand at work. Oh no, I hope you feel better. Can you buy land now and build later? Absolutely. So you can buy land now and build later. However, it's going to depend on the area as well, because some areas have a restriction where it's like, okay, if you buy a piece of land, you have to build within the next, 2 years, right? So, but a lot of areas in Ocala, and I know that's where you're kind of thinking about. No, there's no specific time to build, right? So absolutely, you could definitely do that. C. Escobar said Haines City versus St. Cloud. Okay. Haines City for affordability, right? Because Haines City is going to be definitely way more affordable than St. Cloud is, okay? But St. Cloud, I like St. Cloud too. My in-laws live in St. Cloud. Depending on where in St. Cloud, you're gonna be closest to Lake Nona, right? So that's a really good question, right? So it's just gonna depend. It's gonna depend on the price point too, because like I said, affordability, Haines City, but St. Cloud is nice. It's definitely a vibe. I like that it's closest to Lake Nona, but you're still probably about 40-45 minutes to downtown Orlando too. Hold on, guys. We have 59 today. Oh my gosh. You like the cheese man. You guys like the cheese man, okay? Everybody's saying absolutely not. What? Oh heck no. I'm telling you. Karen said she got major jokes. Janet said with someone else, the nerve. How dare they do that? Terrible people, shameful. I'm telling you, I cannot make this stuff up, guys. I cannot make it up. Janice said you didn't have them sign the buyer broker agreement before sending her the info. So I want to say that the buyer broker agreement was already expired. And no, I didn't even think about that, to be very honest with you. Sergio said shady as, yep. Some people don't have respect. Nope. Jay, cojones, am I saying that right? Janice said not worth your time. Kelly said it's called using you in a lack of loyalty. Oh yeah. But you know what's crazy is that okay, dealing with so many people, right? You come across just so many different personalities, so many different just so many different types of people. Like this year has really some situations have really rocked my soul, like really rocked my soul, because I was just like, I'm like, what? Like that type of thing. Like it's just crazy. It's just so crazy. And I'm just like, it's hard not to take it personal, right? It really is hard not to take it personal, because I just do so much. And I love what I do and things like that, but we're gonna have to just like let it roll off the shoulders. Raymond said Californians are very difficult or very easy. Listen, it was just like like you guys make so much money and you are in my pocket. Like that's crazy some stuff. Harold said want his sleeves back, question mark. Raymond said it was very vain of them. Oh yeah. Harris said, "Qué tremendo vaso de café." I know, and I normally don't drink coffee at this time, but guys, let me tell you real quick. So I went to Puerto Rico and we went on a light hike. Okay, guys, I was dying. My thighs were burning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm out of shape. Right? I was like this, and I couldn't even breathe. Right? So I'm like, when I get home, I need to like really get back into like at least just moving my body. But the thing is that you guys know that I don't play about my hair and I like to have it blown out and stuff like that. So when I'm like, I sweat my hair out and I don't know what alternatives are to to keep the hair, right? Well, now it's all, I had to wash it. Anyways, today I told the kids, I said, let's go get ready, and we went walking and jogging in the neighborhood. Guys, after we walked by the pool and we just all jumped into the pool. We were like, you know what, let's just jump into the pool. And so we came back, we took baths and got dressed, because Malachi has he got 5 smiley faces in a row, right? 5 smiley faces in a row. So he wanted to have lunch with me. So that was his reward. And then he decided, you know what, I want to take everybody. He wanted everybody to come, right? So we all get ready and we go down to get sushi in Champions Gate. And oh my gosh, pa que fue eso? Yo, I was like, what could have been just like a really low bill, now you wanted to include your siblings, your father, and all this other stuff. My bill came out to like almost like $370. No, $311, but then I gave her an extra $50 tip, so $370.
Oh, because you're the best server?
And I was like, this is why I just don't go out with the kids. You want to show them your hair? Come on, show them your hair, puppy. Come on. It's our YouTube fam. Come on. You have a shirt on? Come on. Guys, Eli has been wanting to get his hair braided forever. I finally found a place in Kissimmee where it's a barbershop. So I love this. Both the girl, the wife and the husband, she does the braids, he has the barbershop and things like that. So he was able to get his hair braided and shaped up. Come on, puppy. Come on. Let's show them real quick. He's so handsome. Come show my peoples. Let me see. Oh, yes. Look at that boy. You so handsome. Look how he's gonna be 13, guys. All right. Kelly said I'm in sales as well, and it seems the more money people have, the more discounts they want. That part. I came across quite a few people. Janet said dealing with people is simply difficult. Keep your head up. You do an amazing job, and always keep it real. People like that are not worth your time. I agree, Janet. Sergio said, you have to learn to say no. Trust me, working at the prison, you learn to say no as a second language. I could only imagine, Sergio, like, especially like I don't know why, but I've had a lot of clients who work in a jail. Either they're a nurse in the jail or they're correctional officers. And they said that you have to like be like, nope, absolutely not. Like, because if you give them an inch of anything, that's it. They take over. Like, and I'm talking about they being the inmates. Jay said that's so cool. Alex said, what are your thoughts on Cape Coral? We might be family by the way. LOL. So actually, Diaz is my husband's name. So my last name is Olivo. My maiden last name is Olivo. I guess it's Dominican. I don't know, because I'm half Dominican and half Puerto Rican, but my father's side is Dominican. So Cape Coral, I absolutely love. One of my dear friends lives in Cape Coral, and she said that it's going, like, it's up and coming. They're rebuilding. You have access to the water, and she loves it. Loves Cape Coral. So definitely. Looks fantastic, nice, looks very, yes, I'm so excited for him. I'm that mom who I'm just like, I really tried to make the kids happy and things like that. And the girls want me to show you this. So wait, let me tell them real quick. So Caleb, Catalina, and Cassidy, they're like, mommy, I really want to buy stuff to make bracelets so we could sell at school, right? So they wanted to go to Target, they want to go to the Michaels, but your girl is like, we don't have to pay full price for things, right? So Shein actually has stuff where you can make bracelets. So this is what I got them so that they can, hold on. So it's like stuff that you can, let me see if I can
open it.
So it's stuff that you can make beads. So it's a whole bunch. Let me see. Oh yeah. So you see, so it's so much more inexpensive on Shein. Like literally, you save hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And they wanted me to show you guys the butterfly. And so there's just so much. But I'm that type of mom who I'm gonna like invest in my kids in what they want to do, right? So like, you want to make money? I got you. I'll be your investor, right, guys? Let me tell you a quick story real quick. So I met with the family, my Rivera family on Saturday, right? And we went to Ocala, the Falls of Ocala, 55 and over. I told you about them. And they're absolutely just so funny. So they're from New York and all this other stuff, right? So he tells me, he's like, listen, he's like, I'm going to tell you something. And mind you, he's in like I want to say he's in like his 60s, 70s, right? And he was like, I was watching somebody else's YouTube, right? And the girl was like, I got you. And I commented and I was like, you can't say that. And the realtor, I don't know who it was, but the realtor was going back and forth with my client. Like, I could say whatever I want to type of thing. But he was like, no, you can't say that. Like Alexis says, I got you. How cute is that, right? Like, I'm known as the I got you girl. Like, I got you. I absolutely like it made me smile so much. He's this cute Puerto Rican older guy and so love it, love it, love it. I love the love that you guys show me. Oh yeah, this is one of my clients gave me this. Um one of my clients gave me this. Girl, you got this, right? And then hold on. And then another client gave me this, which this has to be one of my favorite cups. Butterflies. So yeah. So it's so crazy because like I see a lot of like realtors trying to do something similar to like the Monarch School of Real Estate and like in the sense of like breaking down the numbers and things like that. And I love that for them, right? I love that for them. I forgot who says it all the time. Oh my gosh. Somebody says it all the time that there's a lot of imitators or oh my gosh, I can't remember who says it on the live all the time. Billy said, Sydney says trademark it. I know. A lot of people have told me like you should try to trademark that. That's so funny. So okay, what's coming up this week? Tomorrow we put a video up on we're gonna put a video up of Ocala. Brand new home on an acre. I think it was a corner lot, really, really nice kitchen. Really, really nice kitchen. That one's priced at $495,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. What did you guys did you guys see last week's video, which was posted on Monday? And it was of the Ocala home in Rolling Hills that had the separate in-law suite. That one was priced at $519,000. Did you guys see that one? I hope a lot of people say yes. You guys got to show the video some love so that it can be pushed out. But that one was last week. This week, loved it. Yes, Jay. That one's a cute. It was really nice. I really liked the kitchen. I really, really, really did like the kitchen. But tomorrow's video is going to be in Ocala again. Tuesday's video is going to be in Wesley Chapel. Like I told you, we're trying to hit the Tampa area, Wesley Chapel, because Katrina's there, right? So I want Katrina to help out our YouTube fam in that area. She might start helping out in Ocala as well, right? So Tuesday is Wesley Chapel. We did Vita's Way, which is Pulte community. We did the Medina floor plan. So one of our clients, the Morris family, is they're actually buying in that community. So I'm super excited for them. It's a really, really nice community. Very, very, very nice. Has a clubhouse, a gym, pool, garden, pickleball courts. Really, really, really nice community. I just 10 out of 10. She makes me laugh. I'm gonna take a picture of that, Billy, and I'm gonna send it to her. She makes me laugh because she does the 10 out of 10. How, guys, what do you tell me what you guys think about Katrina in the videos on the channel? Like, what is your feedback? I absolutely like, I love her. I love her. That's my girl. That's my girl. Her energy is amazing. She's just so lighthearted. Her spirit is great. So yes. So she's gonna be more on the channel more, but Blanca said we love Katrina as well. You know how what makes my heart so happy is when you know, whenever I'm meeting with my clients or on the phone, like everybody asks about her, like how's Katrina doing, right? Like I absolutely love that because Katrina's family to me, and I really, really like. I love that you guys just accepted her with open arms, right? So yeah, that'll be tomorrow. That'll be Tuesday. One Love said, I love Katrina. You both are amazing. Yes, it's so crazy because sometimes like we finish each other's sentences. We're thinking kind of like the same thing. It's just like, I really do feel like she's my soul sister. Like, it's so crazy. Like none of that, whenever you see that in like in our videos, it's just natural. Like it's we're going with the flow type of thing. Like I love her so much. I'm excited to see her evolve. Kelly said, Katrina is like the sister you wish you had. You ladies are amazing together. Yes, Kelly, absolutely. But guys, help me get some more people in like the Wesley Chapel, Tampa Bay area, because we get a lot of our clients, of course, in Ocala, in like the Davenport, Haines City area and stuff like that. So we're just trying to get to the market of like Tampa, Wesley Chapel, and things like that. Billy said, I love y'all synchronicity. It's dope tag teaming. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna send her, you guys. I'm gonna send her these messages. I love that. She's gonna love it. She's gonna love it. So she's still my admin, right? Just for a couple of more months. I'm trying to transition her full time into just being an agent. So yeah, I'm extremely excited for her. I'm so excited for her. I love you guys. I thank you guys for supporting us. I really do. I don't see myself adding anyone else yet, right? In the future I do, but right now I'm just trying to, introduce you. I introduced Katrina, right? But I don't whoever comes on the channel has to fit the vibe, right? Has to fit the vibe. We have expectations on this channel. I want to tell you guys one thing before I go. So K Hubnanian, I actually just did the video on Friday. They have the Passion Flower floor plan, which is the one with the in-law suite as well. And they have one as low as $357,000, guys. And they're giving $40,000 flex cash. Flex cash is basically where you can either, if you're paying cash, you can take the $40,000 off of the purchase price of the home, right? If you're financing, it's going to cover all of your closing costs and you can lower your interest rate. So $40,000 flex cash, and the price is $357,000. Okay, so that's gonna be on the channel next week. I still have to record Monarch School of Real Estate. You guys might see me recording it like this, but it's a really nice house. They actually have a model home now in Marion Oaks, so that's the one we toured, so that you can kind of have a better idea of like how you could lay it out and things like that. So I'm super excited for that. So if you guys know anyone who's maybe interested in an in-law suite type of thing, they have their parents living with them, or their in-laws or anything like that, definitely be on the lookout for that video. Okay, what's up and coming this week for me besides the videos? Oh, you guys know that I usually travel to Jersey to get my extensions redone. She's actually in Florida because I sold it. That the reason why I know her is because I sold a house to her son, who found me on YouTube, right? And then he told me about her hair extensions and all that other stuff, and that's why I traveled to Jersey. But she's actually in the area, so tomorrow she's gonna come to my house and she's gonna do this hair. I'm so excited. I get my nails done this week too because it's already time. What else? Wednesday, I'm gonna be in Ocala because one of my clients is buying the passion flower. Right, we've been on the contract for so long because we started like last year, but we go through our first walkthrough on Wednesday, so I'm super excited for her. So that's what I'm doing Wednesday. Thursday, I think I wanted to go to a training class in Orlando, and then Friday, Thursday is Vic's birthday, guys. He's gonna be 35. 36? Wait, I'm 34. He's 35. He's going to be 36. So Vic's birthday is on Thursday. So everybody wish him a happy birthday. I'm super excited for him. And then Friday, I don't know what I'm doing Friday. Hold on. Let me see what I'm doing Friday.
Wait, you guys about to come up?
I don't know what I'm doing Friday. I know I have something planned Friday, but I don't even know. This upcoming, probably Saturday, I'll be in Wesley Chapel so that me and Katrina could go ahead and record some content for you guys. But yeah, I'm super excited. You guys know that I'm speaking at EXPCon. I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited. I've been, I have to work on my presentation. That's what I'm going to be doing this week too. Guys, you know where to reach me. I love you guys. You guys, no, seriously. You guys show up every week. You guys make it so easy for me to show up every week. I look forward to this every single week. Somebody asked where that was located. It's in Ocala, in Marion Oaks. No HOA, no CDD, passion flower, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, a little bit over 2,000 square feet, has an in-law suite, and it's priced at $357, I think like $357,900. And they're giving $40,000 flex cash. Yeah, 40,000 flex cash. Yes, yes. I am going to celebrate. He is my king and he is amazing behind the camera. He got voluntold. He had to learn that. But again, guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday. We'll be on here next Sunday as well, okay? I hope you guys have an amazing week. You guys know where to reach us. I love you, love you, love you so much. God bless all of you guys, okay? Bye.